Hi, boys and girls.
Hi.
Wonderful to be back again. Welcome to Kids House at Home.
Yeah, woohoo!
Wow, we are going to have so much fun today. Now, we've been learning what? What have we been learning? Kevo, Ashley, what have we been learning?
About stepping out in faith.
I'm stepping out in faith. I'm stepping out in faith. We are learning to step out in faith from men and women of God, especially those mentioned in Faith Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Now, let's remind ourselves who these people are.
Okay.
Ashley, Kevo, you remember?
Yes.
Even one?
Yes.
I remember.
Oh, yes, Ashley, tell us.
The first one we learned was Abel.
Abel. And what did we learn from Abel?
Step out to please God.
Step out to please God. And
Yeah.
Abel is famous because he stepped out to please God.
Yes.
Kevo, do you remember one of them?
Of course.
Yes.
The second one is Noah.
Noah. What did we learn from Noah?
To prepare in faith.
To prepare in faith.
Maybe he prepared sandwiches.
No, he didn't. You know the story, boys and girls. All right, now the next one. Who can we learn from next? Ashley, you remember?
Yeah, we learned next about Abraham.
Abraham. Yes. And what did we learn from Abraham?
We learned to go with God.
Go with God. Wonderful. Yes, Kevo.
Yeah.
Yes. Who is the other person? Was there another person, really?
Yes.
Okay.
We learned again about Abraham.
From
we did
Abraham,
again.
we learned something. What did we learn?
Reason God can.
Reason that God can.
Yeah.
Awesome. Such wonderful lessons we've
It's been so
learning.
good.
It's
Yeah.
been so good. And Miss McKenna is coming right now to introduce to us the lesson for today.
Woo!
Today we are learning about Sarah. And what is Sarah teaching us about how to step out in faith in 2021? This is the lesson. Judge that God is faithful. Judge God to be faithful? Does the Bible actually say we are to judge God like that? Yes, the Bible says that God enabled Sarah to have a baby in her old age because she judged him to be faithful who promised. Boys and girls, let's think about that. That word judge. That's a big thought, judging God. You know what this is? This is a gavel. Somebody made a gavel for us. And when judges judge, when they make an opinion about something, when they make a conclusion and form an opinion about a case, and then they make that judgment, they bang with their gavel on the bench to say that that is final. The case is decided. Can we judge God like that? As mere mortals? Could Sarah judge God like that? Well, that's what we are talking about today. So listen up, but first, let's hear the memory verse.
What is faith? What is faith?
It is the confident assurance something what is gonna happen.
It is the certainty that what we hope for is waiting for us.
Even though we cannot see it up ahead, hey. Even though we cannot see it up ahead, hey.
Men of God in days of old were famous for their faith.
And without faith it is impossible to please God. And without faith it is impossible to please God.
So, I'm stepping out in faith. I'm stepping out in faith. I'm stepping out in faith. I'm stepping out in faith.
Hi there, so happy to share with you today. And so I will tell you a story from the book of Genesis, chapter 18, verse 1 to 15, and 21, verse 1 to 7. The story is about Sarah, who was the wife of Abraham, the father of faith. And so the Bible tells us that Sarah and Abraham had been married for very many years, but they did not have a child. And one day, when Abraham was resting at the entrance of the tent, he received 3 visitors, and he was very hospitable to them. And the Lord asked Abraham, "Where is Sarah, your wife?" And Abraham said, "She is in the tent." And the Lord said to Abraham, "I will bless you, and Sarah, your wife, will conceive and bear a son." And Sarah, who was listening to that conversation, laughed from her tent as she thought, "I am worn out, way past the childbearing age, and my husband is old. Will the Lord give me this pleasure of nursing a child?" And the Lord asked Abraham, "Why did Sarah laugh?" And Sarah, feeling afraid, said, "I did not laugh." And the Lord told her, "Yes, you did." You know, boys and girls, the Bible tells us in Hebrews chapter 10 that Sarah judged God to be faithful to fulfill his promise. And so Sarah must have thought about it. And she must have remembered all those times the Lord had promised them and he had fulfilled his promise. And so Sarah knew in her heart that God is faithful. And you know what, boys and girls? At the appointed time, when the Lord had promised to bless Abraham and Sarah, Sarah conceived as she bore a son. And they named him Isaac, meaning laughter. For Sarah said, "The Lord has given me laughter, and all who hear of this miracle will laugh with me." You know what, boys and girls? The Lord fulfilled his promise to Sarah and Abraham. And at the age of 90 years for Sarah, and Abraham at the age of 100 years, he blessed them with a son. Till next time, boys and girls. Bye.
Hey, Greedy one! It's coming! Next week it's coming! Hey!
What's coming? Your birthday? Your anniversary?
Hey, well, you forgot. I told you I'll be in court next week.
Oh, yeah, you will be a witness.
Yes, not just a witness.
Yeah.
The key witness. Eh?
So what will you tell the judge?
Just imagine, Mante, me, Kalakalaka, son of Kalakalaka. Imagine I will be on the side of the police. Hey, I'm so important. I feel so important. Hey,
Wait.
I can't wait to put that thief in jail forever.
Okay, so what will you tell the judge?
Okay. Listen. Are you ready? Are you ready? I'll be like, okay. Mr. Judge, Your Honor, Mheshimiwa, Your Excellency.
It's just Your Honor.
Yeah. Okay, yes. Your Honor, just the other day, this fellow came in pretending that he was an electrician. But he's a thief, a stealer, a liar, that chameleon. Many colors.
Halaka, you can't win a case like that.
Why? But I've said the truth.
No, that's just your opinion. The judge needs hard evidence.
What is hard evidence?
Well,
what is that?
Proof. I mean, something that you will show or tell to convince them that it sure happened.
Okay. Wait a minute. Let me go look for it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm coming.
That's better.
A few moments later.
Okay. Wait, I'm ready now. I have what I need.
Let's go. Actually, you know what I'll do? I will play as the judge so that you can practice what you go tell the judge, okay?
Okay.
And here's a towel that I'll use as a wig.
Okay.
You know the judge's wig?
Yeah.
All right. Mr.
Hey, wait. You look very convincing.
Court is in session.
Hey, you look very convincing. Maybe you should try out and just be a judge.
Kalaka, take the stand. Stop wasting the court's time.
Okay. Okay, sorry, sir. Okay, here, okay. Mr. Judge.
Alaka, do you have a case to present to the court? Yes. Don't waste the court's time. Yes. You are to come to court prepared. Let's go.
Okay. Sorry, sir. Okay, Mr. Judge, Your Honor. Right here, I have undisputed proof that the man over there is a thief. Exhibit A.
Listen, officer. Yes. We are not interested in intentions.
Yes.
Do you have evidence?
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, I do. Yeah, okay. Exhibit 1. The register. This shows clearly the time, the hour, the date, and the ID number that this man was here. Secondly, Exhibit B. The photograph. Can everyone see the photograph of this man? Even looks like a thief. That was taken by a state-of-the-art CCTV. I'm telling you, looks like a Thirdly, I was there on that day and I saw the man. He was there and he had the pliers going into the CEO's office. I saw it with my 2 eyeballs.
Alaka! Excellent!
Hey.
Excellent.
You.
I am convinced. I'm convinced with such strong evidence.
Yes.
You have this.
You think we will win?
Well, with such hard evidence?
Yes, and catch that man.
Yes. Most definitely. The
yes,
judge will definitely judge for the prosecution, meaning we
yes.
will win.
And take that thief straight to jail. Hey. In fact, that reminded me the other day I was reading the Bible and saw something very interesting.
Whoa, Halaka.
What?
You are reading your Bible
Yes.
regularly.
Yes.
I'm impressed.
Yes. Okay, listen. So I was reading about Abraham's wife Sarah and the way she judged God to be faithful. I was asking myself, how can she judge God? How does someone judge God?
Interesting thought.
Yeah.
Let's see. Maybe it means Sarah was looking for strong evidence about God's faithfulness, I think.
So she found proof and strong evidence.
Yes, and Sarah judged God based on that
Yes.
he is faithful.
So what kind of evidence did she find?
Think about it. God had called her and her husband Abraham, right?
Yes.
Protected them through the journey.
Yes.
Showed them the promised land.
And
then blessed them with great wealth.
Wow.
I think such things.
Now I see. I see. Yes.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe she even thought about Noah and the flood and how God rescued him and his family.
Yes.
Such stuff.
Exactly. That's what she did. She did it, Gwiji. I'm telling you.
That's what I think. Awesome.
Yes.
All the best with the case.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Crack
Thank you
it.
so much. Yes. Let's go back to work. Let's go back to
The most might pass you, you know.
Okay.
Boys and girls, wasn't that a fun one? I love Halaka and Gwiji. Well, you saw what Halaka did. He looked for evidence and proof to build a very strong case so that when it is presented before the judge, he would win. In the same way, when we say that we are judging God to be faithful to do what he has promised, what we are doing is we are looking for evidence. We are looking for proof that he has done what he has promised. So we look in our own lives. We look to see, has God done what he has promised us before? We look in other people's lives. We look around our nation. We look in history, at events that have happened in history that prove that God always does what he promised. We look in the Bible and we read stories about what God has done, and that provides evidence and builds a strong case for us that God is faithful to do what he has promised. Can I show you an example? Let me show you this. Exhibit number 1. I love this. Me. I am exhibit number 1. God has been faithful to his promises to me. Do you know one time my whole family was involved in an accident and all of us were saved? God protected us. God is faithful to his promise that he will protect us. Exhibit number 2. Do you want to know what exhibit number 2 is? Others. God has been faithful to other people that I know, people in my life. Do you know I have 2 friends in this last year, this tough year when we've experienced the pandemic, that God has blessed with cars. 2 friends have been blessed in that way. Isn't that awesome? That's evidence, proof that God keeps his promises. Here's exhibit number 3. History, things that have happened in our history. Do you know, as Nairobi Lighthouse Church, we have a history that proves God's faithfulness. For so many years, we believed God to give us land, and God gave us the most awesome land ever. And now we have a beautiful office that has been built on that land. Isn't God awesome? That's exhibit number 3. Let me show you exhibit number 4. Exhibit number 4, the Bible. The Bible is full of stories of God's faithfulness to his promises. And when you read those stories, your faith is built up and you are encouraged. In fact, this series that we are doing right now is really a series about finding evidence and proof of God's faithfulness. And that evidence and proof is building our faith, giving us confidence, giving us assurance, giving us a certainty that God will do what he promised. God is faithful. We judge him based on this evidence, these exhibits, that he is faithful. Can I do a nice big bang with my gavel? Because we have come to that conclusion as the judges. Will you join me? 1, 2, 3. God is faithful.
The same God who shut the mouths of lions, the same God who opened the Red Sea, the same God who walked upon the water, that same God is living in me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The same God who put the world in motion, the same God who made the blind to see, the same God who brought the world to life, that same God is living in me. There's no giant too big or mountain too high, there's no storm too fierce for my God. There's no problem too hard, and in the face of doubt we're gonna shout it loud. Nothing is impossible. I say nothing is impossible. I say nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. The same God who's greater than the greatest, the same God who saved you and me, the same God who's stronger than the strongest, that same God is living in me. Is living in me, yeah. The same God who loved the little children, the same God who calmed the stormy seas, the same God who's totally amazing, that same God is living in me. There's no giant too big or mountain too high, there's no storm too fierce for my God. There's no problem too hard, and in the face of doubt we're gonna shout it loud. Nothing is impossible. There's no giant too big or mountain too high, there's no storm too fierce for my God. There's no problem too hard, and in the face of doubt we're gonna shout it loud. Nothing is impossible. He's so totally amazing, and it's totally crazy that the same God from then is here now. He never changes, so no matter what you're facing, listen up to what I'm saying. I'm telling you, for my God, nothing is impossible. He's so totally amazing, and it's totally crazy that the same God from then is here now. He never changes, so no matter what you're facing, listen up to what I'm saying. I'm telling you, for my God, nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible.